Greetings, leaders. In week 19, I'm going to talk about a subject that is very dear to my heart, a subject that most leaders do not take seriously. And hence, when they face this kind of situations, the consequences are dire. I want to talk about resilience and how to prepare for the dark days. Each one of us will experience problems at some point in our lives. But how do you bounce back in the presence of these risks, adversities, setbacks, and high stress situations and trauma? I've been through all of it. But I start by reading this verse says, "But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, so that the surpassing greatness of the power will be of God and not from ourselves, because we are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not despairing, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed." Apostle Paul was going through tough times, and he captured this so wonderfully in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 7 to 9. Couple of last year, and I'm talking about 2020, in the month of May, I lost my second junior brother. Like, it was a really tough time for me because he was like a son to me. And in addition to that, I was not prepared. I don't think I was prepared in any way, shape, or form to lose anyone. It was a difficult time, to say the least. I went through a host of emotions. I went through downtime. And at the same time, I had to coordinate cohort 8, I believe, or 9, no, probably cohort 8. It was a tough time. There were days I felt really low, but by the grace of God, we were able to bounce out of that situation. Now, if you stick long around enough, you're going to face at some point high stress situations, setbacks, or even events which might have a serious negative impact on you. Resilience is your ability as a leader to bounce back after adversity. Truth be told, God's grace, friends, prayers sustained me, I believe, and my family throughout that very difficult time. And as leaders, we all need God's grace, the love of family and friends to sustain us through difficult times. But there are certain things that you can start doing now that can prepare you as a family, as an individual, as a team, as a community to be able to bounce back when you face difficult situations. First things first, take care of yourself. There are things in this life that you definitely cannot change. Those things fall in your circle of concern. But there are things that you can change, and those fall in your circle of influence. For example, you can take better care of yourself. You can eat better. So instead of eating all the sugary and salty stuff, you can eat more vegetables. You can drink water instead of drinking all the fizzy drinks or alcoholic drinks. Eat better, sleep more, pray, smile, go for a walk, jog, appreciate what you see around you, read a good book, do something that you're happy for, and appreciate God for life. God gave you this awesome life for a purpose. Enjoy it while thanking Him and being useful. Next thing is practice active problem solving. Hiding a problem is like putting a bomb under a bed. When everybody will be sleeping, one day that bomb is going to explode and cause serious damage. So avoidance is not a great strategy for solving any problems. Face it. When you face it at that time, you might be stressed and all of that, but after that, you'll be done. Pray about what you're feeling inside of you and ask God how to, to give you grace to be able to evaluate the situation appropriately and respond in a manner that is right. Determine what the best course of action is. But whatever the case, do not avoid solving those problems. Go ahead and do something about it. Third thing I encourage you to do is have those promises of God play over in your mind. Remind yourself of God's promises. What has God promised you in His Word? Read it, meditate on it, dwell on it, and pray and bless the Lord for those promises. But find your meaning and purpose. A servant leader is somebody who walks a life of mission. As you understand your mission, walk in it. Do not give yourself to distraction that is mindless. Don't give yourself to things that just stress you the more. If you spend a lot of time, for example, on Facebook, looking at people's different lifestyles, the next thing is that you find yourself comparing yourself with each other. Or sometimes you take so much more responsibility than you can actually handle. And this is called oversubscribe syndrome. You start suffering from OSS. OSS means that because of your skills, people task you a lot, and then you find yourself in a place where you start facing burnout. Develop a support system. Have people you can call and talk with when you're going through difficult situations. Above everything, I pray that God gives you the grace and strength and wisdom to manage all the situations that come your way. Thank you for being a servant leader. God bless you. And again, see you next week.